Hey, what's up? And welcome back to another episode of the Relationship School's Smart Couple Podcast. I'm your host, Jayson Gaddis. And here at the Smart Couple, we talk about partnership, intimacy, love, conflict, boundaries, and lots of skills that would probably be very beneficial to you, especially in the context of partnership. That's our frame. And of course, what you learn here can help you with all of your relations, work, family, friends. Indeed. All right, this is part 3 of a 3-part series on conflict. This has been really fun to receive your emails, some engagement in the Smart Couple Facebook group, and your questions. So there's a lot that's come from this short little series, and I trust it's been valuable. As always, if you want a deeper dive, come hang with us and play with us here at the Relationship School. Come in this giant sandbox called love and relationships and come figure out how to do this thing called relationship, especially with one person under stress. That's when it's hardest. That's why I wanted to zero in on conflict. And we are hosting our 4th, I think, Embracing Conflict here in Boulder, Colorado, November 9th, 10th, and 11th. Go to relationshipschool.net/embracing conflict to find out more, to get the buy one, bring a friend for half price deal, and also last call for your Smart Couple discount, $100 coupon. And stay tuned to the very end for a couple of other hints and details about the weekend. Very interesting. Okay, remember the first episode, just to review, of the conflict series was about before you get into conflict. We talked about those 10 rules, 10 agreements, 10 commitments you could make before getting into conflict with your partner or future partner. All right? And that was really helpful. Then we talked about 2 basic things you can do during conflict. All right. We talked about the stop, drop, deal, and feel and listen, or stop, drop, deal, and feel and get real, and go vulnerable and speak from a heart-centered place using a sharing impact statement. Okay. If you haven't listened to those, please go listen to those 2 episodes, the last one and the one before that. This is the 3rd in that series. So now we talk about after the rupture happened, after the conflict, the distance, the snag, you 2 are laying in bed. It feels shitty. What do you do? And you wake up the next day and it still feels shitty. What do you do? You're not quite sure. You've tried and it only seems to escalate things. Or you keep looping in the same argument and you're not getting anywhere. So this is really crucial. This is, to me, this life skill. If every parent could do this with a child, we would live in a completely different planet. And that is just learning how to repair. Remember, ruptures are going to happen the rest of your life. Ruptures happen in your childhood. There is no such thing as a perfect parent. It's how do you repair? That's the question. Okay, so there's 4 things I want to cover right now in terms of the repair. And let's say it's been hours or a day and you still feel off. You don't have the connection back. You still feel really crunchy. One of you is shut down. The other one is maybe pursuing, and it's just not happening. Okay, so try these 4 things. And we go deeper into these here at the Relationship School. So again, during the conflict weekend, we'll actually get to practice these. And the first step is listen. Okay, so it's building off of during. We want to listen until they feel understood. We call this LUFU here at the school. Just a silly acronym that means listen until, L-U, they feel, F, understood, U, LUFU, okay? So I learned this the hard way with my wife years ago because I was using all my cool techniques and she would tell me, well, I don't, no, you don't understand. And I'd be like, yes, I do. And then the argument would be about, I understand. No, you don't. Yes, I do. It's like, it's such a waste of fucking time. So I finally wised up to creating a new rule for myself, basically a new maxim that basically said, okay, I don't understand you until you feel understood. That felt really good. I was like, okay, so I'm going to let her be the judge of whether I feel understood or not. That was powerful. And it completely changed the way I listened and the way she felt understood. Now, do I screw it up still? Yes. Mostly because I'm not really truly there. I'm going through the motions, right? I'm doing the technique. So this, of course, requires presence. It requires you to be there and be curious. We unpacked Lufu at the conflict weekend and here at the school. I'm not going to get into all the details, but I want you to understand the concept. You listen to them until they feel understood. Not until you think you understand them, but until they say, yes, I feel understood, thank you. The second step, which is part of Lufu, is validate. This alone, if you didn't even listen to them until they feel understood and you just skipped right to validate, this is huge because basically you want to say something like, it makes sense to me why you're feeling the way you're feeling, honey, because I was a total jerk. All right? And it bleeds into the third step, which is take responsibility for your part. Own your part. Owning my part means, yes, I raised my voice. Yes, I slammed that door. Yes, I went to bed and I didn't say anything to you because I was angry and hurt. Yes, I did that. So we're just owning it. We're not making excuses. We're not defending ourselves. We're not justifying our behavior. You're just saying, yeah, I did or didn't do that thing. Yes. Yep. I didn't return your text. Yes, I did that. I just want to own that with you, honey. All right. Ownership feels so good when someone just owns it and doesn't try to defend themselves, right? Just own it. And then the fourth step here is experiment. Experiment with getting to know what is it that calms you down and calms them down under stress. So this takes many, many tries, maybe over many weeks, maybe many months, but you want to figure this out as a couple. Experiment. What is it that soothes you? What is it that calms you down after an upset, a rupture? What is that? Is it my voice? Is it my presence and my proximity because I'm moving closer to you or I sit next to you and I just take a couple breaths with you? Is it my hand on your leg? Is it a kind text? Is it another gesture? What is it that works to calm you down under stress? I want to crack that code. And then I want to know what that is in me, and I want to educate you so that you have the key to helping me relax under stress. And there should be a few different things you can do, right? It's not just one thing. So if you stay curious as partners to each other, you'll notice over time it changes, and over time you continue to adapt and improve upon helping them calm down and helping get the connection back. All right, so let's review. This is all to repair, all right? So we want to listen to the other person until they feel understood. We want to validate the way they're feeling. It makes sense, honey, that you're feeling this way because, and then I can own my part because I was a jerk. I did raise my voice. I shut you out. Or it makes sense because of what I know about your history and what your mom used to do or what your dad used to do. So it makes sense that you behave that way with me. And I get it. So and it has to genuinely make sense, guys. And then finally, the fourth step is we want to experiment with things we can do to calm them. And it's usually very simple. The simpler, the better. So again, physical touch, a hand on a shoulder, a hand on a knee, 2 words, I'm here, honey, I care, whatever that is. All right. So these 4 things are how you clean up the mess that was made and how you repair the rupture and how you get your vibe back in sync so that your secure home base is clean and clear. You both feel relieved and you're like, okay, now I can go back and deal with all the other challenges in my life because we're cool. We cool? Yeah, we're cool. All right. Oh man, it feels so good to repair, to do it quickly, and to know how to do this. It is a life skill. Please, I implore you to develop this capacity as a human being. All right. It's going to change your life and other people's life because you're going to be that person that can do that for others. And then obviously you want a partner that can do that for you, right? Yes. Okay. So these 3 before, during, and after conflict, these 3 podcasts are designed to help you during conflict, of course, during adversity, during distance, during challenge. And if you want to experiment, please do. If you want to go a little bigger, take a risk, come to Boulder, Colorado, November 9th, 10th, and 11th. We'd love to receive you. We have a cap, and I don't know if we're going to sell out or not, but it's looking good. And we'd love to have you there playing with us. And it can actually be really fun to learn about intimacy and relationship as an adult. All right, trust me. It's silly. We have a great time. It's vulnerable. There's tears. There's lots of laughter. We get messy. We clean it up. It's all part of this dance of learning how to do relationship well. And we'd love to see you there. So relationshipschool.net/embracing conflict. Okay, if you want to come play. And again, last call for your coupon, $100 off. Just type in Smart Couple in the checkout page. And that coupon code should work to save you $100. You can also bring a friend for half price.
This is Hannah Lee Myers, producer for the Smart Couple podcast, with a special announcement for you. The deadline to get that early bird special and use the promo code SMARTCOUPLE, that's one word, Smart Couple, has been extended. You now have until Sunday, October 21st at midnight to take advantage of those savings on your Embracing Conflict Weekend registration. Still on the fence? Check out what this Embracing Conflict Weekend participant had to say about his decision to go.
I would recommend it for sure. If you're thinking about coming and aren't really sure if it's going to be worth it, I would say it is worth it. And it's a very safe environment. Lots of people who are also on the same page, wanting to work through things and improve their relationships, their marriages, or just have tools for the future relationship. So, they don't have to be in a relationship at the time either. It's just having something. Everybody has conflict at some point, so it just gives us tools to work with. And so I would recommend it if anyone's even slightly interested in getting some information or tools about working through conflict. I'd say it's a good course.
So come play with us. Thanks for listening, and figure this out before, during, and after conflict. All right. Please figure this part of your life out.